There's 9 things you should be doing every single day to grow your music career unless you want to stay invisible. The last one is the best. What's working for me right now and has been a game changer is scheduling my posts ahead of time. I've been creating content for years. Like, we have this folder of all my shorts and my reels, and there's probably hundreds of posts, right? And some of them did good, some of them didn't do so good. And so what I've been doing is I've been scheduling them. I've been opening up my Meta Business Suite, and I've been scheduling like a month ahead of time. Right now, I'm about 2 weeks right now as recording this. I want to finish off this month. And then it's just like, I'm showing up, right? And every time I go on Instagram and I actually pull it up, I'm not going to post. I see all these comments and I'm like, oh, I forgot I posted that. But I'll sit down, whether I'm hanging out with family, or there's a movie going, and maybe I'm not that into it, there's a sports game going, or I'm just really tired and I just mindlessly schedule it and put it ahead of time. I look at some of the posts that I found, I'm like, man, this one actually did really good. And so I post it again. And I'm going through all the content that I've already created. And sometimes I'll edit it. Sometimes I'll make it even better. But this way, I'm showing up every single day and I don't have to think about it. I just have to sit down maybe 2 or 3 times a month and schedule maybe a week. Or sometimes I'll get really crazy, do 2 weeks at a time. And then I don't have to think about it. And then I can focus on being in the studio, okay? Number 2 is being faithful with little so you can be ruler over much. Yes, that's from the Bible. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about responding to the comments. I'm talking about responding to the fans, the friends, the family, whoever's responding, whether it's love, whether it's hate. You want to make sure that you're responding to it, okay? That one-on-one connection, building real relationships, makes a big difference with your fans because they're like, wow, they actually responded to me. And number 2, it helps with the algorithm. Like, big time, when like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, no matter what it is, when they see all those comments, it really helps the algorithm say, hey, there's something going on here. And if you're not getting a lot of comments on your social media posts, you're probably, number 1, not posting enough. You're posting more statements as opposed to asking for engagement. Like, hey, do you like this song? What's your favorite part of this? Where should we tour? What do you think of this? Whatever. And you ask questions and invite engagement. That helps the algorithm so much. It helps with social proof. When there's a whole bunch of comments on there, well, what do other people want to do? They want to leave a comment. They want to chime in. And so this all helps with the comment. And go on there and use this tool as a creator and not a consumer. Number 3 is study the data. You know, I'll go back and I'll look at the last few weeks, the few days or whatnot on my reels, on my TikToks, and I'll see, oh, wow, this post got thousands of views. This one only got hundreds, right? And I'll be like, okay, well, it looks like I need to do more of that. Or what could I do to switch up the caption? How could I make it better so that the next time I schedule that thing, it gets even more comments? And I'm looking at it right now. Some of them have 1,200, some of them have 2,000, some of them have 7,000, right? Well, what was the one that got 7,000? Can I make that even better? So maybe next time I post it, it gets 14,000 views or 100,000 views, right? Because like the data shows us stuff, not just on social media, but even in your Spotify for Artists dashboard, right? You want to see like, hey, what's going on here? What song is working? Because sometimes you'll get an uptick on a song and you want to know why. Was it because of a social media post? Was it because you did an ad? Was a radio station ad you? Did somebody use your song in a video? You want to find these things out because when you look at the data, then you can be like, okay, I need to post that song. We need to focus on that song and do a campaign around it. And what I mean by a campaign is like maybe we're posting a bunch on social media. We're taking a couple of those. We're testing them as ads, right? And we're running it to a playlist. Maybe we're submitting it to playlisters, right? To indie playlists so that we can just put all this attention and focus on that one song. And that's leads me to the next one, which would be number 4, is like, which song is your focus track right now? Because you can't focus on every single song, right? What is your focus track? Which is the one that you're really pushing, you're really promoting? Like, what is the single? Like, if you're signed with a record label, it'd be like, yeah, what single are we promoting right now? Because they're not promoting a whole bunch of songs. They're always focused on one. And that's the one that's going to radio. That's the one with the music video. That's the one on ads. That's the one with the playlist promotion. That's the one that hopefully that maybe you're finishing the song in your set when you're performing live. And so what is your focus track? Because we want to focus on that one for at least 30 to 45 days minimum. That's with ads actually. But when you're actually doing a real campaign, normally you're talking like 2 or 3 months. We're going to radio right now, and I got an email from my promoter saying, hey, we just jumped up from number 8 to number 4 because this one radio station took us from light rotation and they put us into heavy. So it jumped us up a whole bunch of spins because that's been the focus track right now. So you want to write down like, which one am I going to focus on for the next month? Number 5 is building the email list. Okay, and we like to do this with pre-save campaigns. So when you have a new song that's coming out, right, you want to make sure that you're building that email list constantly, right? And pre-saves is a great way to do that. So they pre-save not only your song, but all your future releases. You get that name and email address so that when you do have a tour, you do have a new song, you do have a merch drop, you can let them know. You can also take that email list and you can upload it to like Facebook and you can retarget those people, right? So that's very powerful. One way we're running ads right now to grow the email list is I'm going to a free plus shipping campaign. And so we're selling dozens of CDs a week right now, which has been amazing. And so we just say, hey, the CD is free, right? All you have to do is cover shipping and handling. And not only am I building the email list of people who are into my music, but they're people who have pulled out their wallets and said, hey, I want to pay for that. Right? And we got people sometimes buying 2, 3, 4 CDs at a time. They're also buying our USB keys or our sticker packs, right? Because it's a very congruent offer. So I'm not just building an email list every day. I'm building an email list of buyers. And I'll tell you the reason I'm doing this is because I've got a new album coming out next year. And so I want to start building this email list of new buyers that have maybe bought my older CDs. So when I drop my Kickstarter, when I drop my crowdfunding campaign next year, it's probably going to be our 8th or 9th one, that I have all these new fans that are more likely to support because they just bought something. Now, will the people who pre-saved it or just downloaded the music for free? Yes, a portion of them will buy, and that's great because we've seen the data, but I'm telling you, an email list of buyers is even stronger. I talk about this a little bit on our Spotify 5-day challenge. You definitely want to get a ticket to that. I'll put the link below so you can ask questions every day where I actually show you my funnel with my upsells, my downsells, and how we do this. Number 6 is read something inspirational or motivational every single day. Like I love Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard. Like I love motivational stuff because thoughts become beliefs, right? Or beliefs become thoughts, however you want to work it. But whatever you think about, you become, right? Whatever you speak, you have. And it says, get control of your thoughts and you'll get control of your life. You see, thoughts are like seeds, right? And we want to be able to take action and move things forward. But if we have negative thoughts, because it becomes a thought, then we speak it out, right? Then it becomes an action, then it becomes a habit, then it becomes our destiny, right? And then we pass those things on. And so you want to make sure every single day you're tapping into your motivation. You're tapping into your why every single day and filling this up because, entrepreneurship and being an artist is lonely. It's discouraging sometimes. When people ask me how many times, I've thought about giving up, it's like, dude, every day sometimes I feel like giving up. But I don't listen to that thought. I listen to the thoughts of faith and that I can do this. I don't ask myself, what if it doesn't work? I ask my question, what if it does? Right? I don't say, I can't afford that. I say, how can I afford that? How can I work with this person? I'm not afraid of somebody unsubscribing from my channel or from my email list because I'm so caught up in the dream and thinking about it working, I don't got time to worry about something that probably will never happen. You see, the first chapter in this book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, is courage. And you see, you have to have courage to do this music industry thing. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness to act despite the fear. You got to take action whether you're afraid or not. Some people say feel the fear and do it anyways, or just do it afraid, as one of my friends says, right? So you just got to stay in the game and you got to post. You got to record it. You got to shoot it. You got to send it. You got to ship it, right? You got to call people. You got to send the email and just move your career forward. And this would lead me to the next thing is do something every single day. Do one small thing to move your music career forward. Maybe that's sending a text to someone. Maybe that's replying to an email. Maybe it's scheduling something. Maybe for you, which could be the next thing, is writing every day. But I gotta be honest, I don't write every single day. But maybe that is one thing that you can do every day. Like, do something to move your career forward. Maybe you haven't emailed your list in a long time. Maybe you need to get in touch with that producer and just start having those conversations. Or maybe you need to nurture a relationship so that you can work towards asking for the favor or asking for the collab. The last one I want to share with you, and this is called the big domino, right? And I think I learned this from Tim Ferriss, which is there's a lot of things you can do. And I just gave you a list of things that you can do every day, and we should be doing them every day. But what's the most important one? And that's where we got to write things down. You grab your little notepad or whatnot, and you organize it. You got to take it from this overwhelming state and getting it on paper and looking at it and say to yourself, okay, which one of these should I focus on? Which one will actually have the biggest impact? Is it social media? Is it building the email list? Is it building a funnel? Is it getting on radio? And I'll tell you, like, not everything is created equal. Like, I don't want to just get on any radio station. I'm thankful for the radio stations we're on, but some of them have more impact than others. It's kind of like a playlist. I don't just want to get on any playlist. I want to get on the playlist that can provide the most streams. Well, I want to get on the radio station that has the most impact. And I know for me, that's Sirius XM radio, because it's not just played in one city or one state. It's played all across America and all across Canada and I think Mexico, right? And so that one play beats out a station in Los Angeles or in Toronto or in Sydney, Australia, right? It's just like the impact is way bigger. Well, you got to look at it like which one of these things is going to move your career forward. If you get a song with this producer, or you get on a specific tour as opposed to just playing a show. And then it's asking yourself, okay, I don't just want the tour, I want to be co-headlining. Or I don't just want the festival slot, I want the best festival slot at the best time to have the most impact. Because, like, I don't know about you, but I've gotten on a festival before, but the time was crap. It's like a huge festival, but it was when nobody was there. Or maybe I got onto a tour and I'm the opener where there's a fraction of the people as opposed to going right on before the headliner. And sometimes, we've been paid to be on tour. Sometimes we've bought onto tours, and having the right time slot makes a difference because you're performing in front of more people. So more people become fans, more people buy merch, and it impacts your bottom line as a business. And this is a business. We are running a business here. So you need to look as the business owner, as the CEO of your record label and say, hey, which one of these is going to give me the biggest results? Which one is going to move my music career forward? But I'll tell you this, something is better than nothing, okay? It's easier to steer a ship that's moving than one that is standing still. So take action and stop being afraid of making a mistake. You're going to make a mistake, but get that ship moving, because if you're going the wrong way, at least we have momentum and we can steer a ship that's moving as opposed to one that's standing still.